Did you want to talk about dirty Dominik Mysterio in NXT?
Oh my God. Can we talk about Dirty Dominik Mysterio? Dirty Dominik Mysterio might be the best performer in wrestling today.
Oh my God.
He
And he's a
is
ratings draw.
he is everything from like the going to jail thing,
Oh, yeah.
the being like the mommy thing. Like he's just so he reminds me a lot of his Uncle Eddie. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
playing that dirty,
I,
sleazy kid that you just want to punch. Oh, he's so good.
I have a theory about Dominik Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. Um, I think he's okay. So you know how like on screen they've never
Mm.
really acknowledged the plot line from years ago on SmackDown where it was revealed that
Mm.
Eddie Guerrero was actually Dominic's father. They've just decided it's like, we're gonna pretend we didn't do that.
That didn't happen. Can't find that on the
Yeah,
network.
but I feel like Dominic is is continuing that storyline, if only in his own head, right? He
Yep.
does a bunch of Eddie Guerrero's moves. He's growing his hair out like Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
His mannerisms are very similar to Eddie Guerrero. So I think he's saying like, well, you guys can ignore it, but in wrestling canon, I'm Eddie Guerrero's son and I'm going to act like it.
And
So,
I'm gonna hang out with my friends in this weird goth cult,
mhm.
and we're just gonna run around causing trouble. And he does it, and they do it, and it is so good. We talked a lot about the bloodline and how amazing the
Yeah,
bloodline story has been. Somehow WWE managed to catch group lightning in a bottle again,
yeah,
because the
yeah.
Judgment Day, what they have been doing
Oh
has been
yeah.
so good, and it's taken guys, four very different wrestlers and
Oh
four
yeah,
like
yeah.
styles, and made them all so wonderfully
Mm-hmm.
unlikable in ways that showcase how good they are. And it's just like, this is good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where like it's sort of the dynamic between the four of them. And I think part of it is when I watch them, I get the feeling that they are having a lot of fun, right?
Yes,
Like
definitely.
they're having a good time. I saw a clip of Rhea Ripley at a house show, and Rhea Ripley is one of the best wrestlers in the world right
Mhm.
now. Like she's just such a great character. So I saw a clip of her at a house show and she'd gotten thrown to the outside and she was such a an Owen Hart type heel that she reached out and there was a fan, they had their shoe out. She just reached out and just untied the guy's shoe. I thought it was so awesome. It's like,
You couldn't
screw
do that on
you.
TV because of the hockey boards.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, that's such a thing that Owen Hart would have done. Like,
That's
back
amazing.
back in the day.
And it's those
Uh,
little touches, it's like a few months ago when there was that clip of Roman Reigns going around, and there was like a little kid in the front row at a house show, and
mm,
Roman kept like giving him side eye and pretending to be a little nervous and scared of him.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
that stuff is great, and it doesn't hurt his character at all. It doesn't, whatever. It
No,
just
not at
adds
all.
to the performance of it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and I get that from like all four of them. Like I feel it's sort of revived Finn Balor a lot too, right?
Definitely.
Like,
Yeah, he was treading water.
yeah, he was definitely is like, here's this guy who's awesome, but Vince doesn't like him. So, it's like, okay, well, we got 6 months there with no Vince. Now Vince is back. But like in this,
Yeah, yeah.
it's working on a WWE level.
Yep.
And
And
I
in a WWE context where they're looking at things like merch sales and ratings and
yeah,
things like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And that's what's determining. That's
Determinating.
what's determining. That's what's determining your position in the card, not how good of a wrestler you are.
Oh yeah,
Right.
and like I don't know if you've been following the ratings, but this
Mm-hmm.
week NXT is doing the best ratings NXT has ever done, and it's
Mm-hmm.
been kind of since Judgment Day has been sort of playing a role, and especially since Dominic has
And
been,
new
yeah,
North
one.
American champion.
So
Sorry.
Dominic had the highest rated segments on Raw and SmackDown
Mm-hmm.
or sorry, Raw and NXT this week, and yeah,
Yeah.
so like And I feel kind of weird because when I heard the rumors that, oh, they're going to do this feud between Ray and his son Dominic, I remember thinking, that's stupid. No one's ever going to believe that. That's so dumb. What are you going to believe that, like, Dominik Mysterio is going to turn on his dad who's done all this? And then it's like one of the best storylines they've done in 20 years, like just perfect. Dominic is a fantastic heel.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I mean, obviously, like people were giving him all of this heat because he had turned on Ray and everybody loves Ray.
Yeah.
But like through those crowd reactions, he's turned into an amazing performer.
Yeah. He's turned into that unto himself as well. He's not just like, we're not just looking at it now like, oh yeah, it's Rey Mysterio's kid. I get it.
Yeah. And no, he's so different than being Rey Mysterio's kid. Well, first of all, he's Eddie Guerrero's kid.
Well, as we've determined.
But like he does so many of it, he'll do the Three Amigos. He does the sort of springboard senton. He does so many Eddie Guerrero isms, which is really, obviously if wrestling can get more Eddie Guerreros, the better, right?
Not upset by that at all, but
kind of good at the wrestling.